Hey everybody, it's Jen. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope you enjoy the content that I have today because I feel like it's a very interesting topic for myself, so I hope you enjoy it as well. I just want to thank you so much for joining me in this. So I'm going to get started, but I have a little bit of information I want to give you guys first. So when I start this, I have to say, I feel like makeup is super incredible. I don't think there's like a right way or a wrong way to do makeup. I feel like makeup is just pure art. And maybe there's ways that other people do makeup that maybe certain people just don't like. Like for example, not a lot of people like or appreciate the kind of makeup that I wear because I wear like too much makeup. For me, I absolutely love this, and the way other people wear it is just not necessarily the way that I would wear it. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I understand makeup a little bit different, and I have like a massive appreciation for makeup. That being said, not everybody is going to like the same stuff. And so what I'm talking to you guys about today is sort of like my thoughts on what I feel like contouring should be and bronzing should be. And I'm going to show you the differences of that on my face. So I want to go ahead and get started, but I do want you to know that I will be doing contouring on one side and bronzing on one side so that you can physically see the difference and what exactly that I'm explaining to you. So I've zoomed you guys in just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to be using primer today on my face because I'm really not going to be wearing this for very long. I do have my ring light on. I hope this helps a little better to see what I'm doing. This is new to me. I've just got this, so I've only done like a couple videos with this, and I'm just trying to make sure that the lighting and everything is good. So I really hope you guys like this and you can see well what exactly that I'm doing. It does have different stages of lights and it does have different brightness of lights. This is the brightest, and I feel like I would probably like to invest in one more and have one on either side of me. So let me know what you guys think of the difference in lighting. So this is without. This is what it looks like with the ring light on. So I feel like it's definitely different and definitely better. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The products don't necessarily matter because of course you use whatever you have. If you want to know, of course I'm going to tell you. Of course I'm going to tell you what I'm using. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is my MAC Matchmaster Foundation. This is something that I've used forever and I have used a lot of different foundations, and I find that this one is my favorite by far. I'm going to go ahead and use the MAC Matchmaster Foundation. I have freshly washed my hands very well. I just washed my face. Just a side note, before you do any makeup, always wash your face, because if you're using makeup brushes and you're putting makeup on a dirty face, that's going to go on your brushes and you don't want to have nasty, stanky, dirty brushes. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this. I'm going to do this to all over my face. So just a little bit of talking while I'm, of course, blotting this crap on my face. I did my makeup this morning and I love it. I think it's beautiful. This is like that big fad that's going on right now, which they call foxy eyes. This is not new. This look is not new. It's definitely been around for a very long time, but it's like coming up again. It's like a big thing again. So now it's called Foxy Eyes, and it used to be called Cat Eyes. Personally, I like the name Foxy Eyes a little better because like, I'm not a cat person. Don't be mad. Please don't hate. I'm a dog person, so I like the name Foxy Eyes. I think that's kind of cute. But let's be real, like there's probably a ton of names for it. But Cat Eyes is what I know this look as. And it's like been done a lot and it's kind of like the same look, but I think I might do this with like different colors. So this is just done with black and browns. If you guys want to see a tutorial, please let me know down below. I'm happy to do that for you guys. Now what I'm going to do is go in with my concealer, but this is where things start to change. So with one side of my face, I'm going to do some highlighting, and then the other side of my face, I'm not. On the contour side, I'm going to use the NYX HD Concealer in C02. Just looks like that. And I'm going to put this on the high points of my face. You guys all know how this contour business goes. This has been around for a long time. So you just put that on the high points of your face. I'll do like the side of my nose. Okay, so this is the side of contour, so I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Then on the other side, I'm going to go in with the NYX HD concealer in the shade CW05. This is substantially darker, so this is the one that I'm going to use on the other side that we're going to bronze with, and I'm using a lighter concealer on the side that we're going to highlight and contour with. Now, I've noticed that a lot of people will use bronzing powder to contour with. That is not my thing. It's just not my thing. You guys, I totally missed. Oh, you can actually see really good right there the difference in tone, right? You can see, hello, you can see the difference in the shade and the tone of this concealer. So it's really, really like obvious that I'm using a different color. And that's just to bring up the lightness in like highlighting the high points of your face. And then now I'm going to go ahead and blend in the dark side. Dark side. I hope you guys can already see the fact that this is lighter. All this stuff is lighter, and then I have just the, it just looks like my flat regular skin color. It doesn't really look any different or vibrant or anything like that. Then I'm going to just grab my powder. For the light side of my face, I'm actually going to take a foundation that's quite a bit lighter. I'm going to use two different ones. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a fluffy little egg-shaped brush, and I'm going to go in with the light shade, and this is in NC10. It's very, very light, and I'm just going to lightly, oops, wrong side, lightly apply this where I have put that light highlighter. And basically what this is going to do is brighten my face, well, I can set my concealer, but it's also going to brighten again and keep the same shade as the concealer that we had already laid down. So I want to make sure that the parts that I put the high points on receive the light color, because that's where I want that product to show. I don't want the product to show, but I want the brightness to show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other foundation powder and I'm going to apply that all over on the other side, and then anywhere on this side that I didn't put the other foundation powder on. And now you'll notice that like under here I did highlight it with my concealer, but I'm not going to be putting a light powder on that side, and it's just because I don't want it to be super, super white. I don't mind baking and stuff like that. I'm not working on like baking my face today. I'm just kind of showing you the difference between like contouring and bronzing, but sometimes I would definitely bake my face as well. So now another thing you should really do is like focus on getting the product in your hairline, because otherwise, especially in pictures and video, you'll see like there's a space in the hairline. So just like take it and blend it in. Otherwise it just looks really weird. So I hope you can see the difference between the highlighted shade or the side and then the regular plain nothing going on side. It's probably not as noticeable right now, but it will be in just a minute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to contour the one side. And again, the whole base of this video is that I use contour powder for contouring and bronzer for bronzing. I do not use bronzing powder to contour my face. The reason being is that contour powder is a shade. So it's like gray undertone, I guess gray undertone brown. So basically if you look at your shadow is not warm brown. Your shadow is like gray black, right? So you want to create a shadow on your face. The warmness is going to bring life to your face. So it's odd if you have like, you bring life to just like a little section of your face where you're not creating a shadow, you're just creating warmth. Your warmth, if you get warm, if you go for a run and you get warm, your warmth is going to be here and here and here. You're not going to get like, oh, look at the underside of my cheek is getting warm. Like, you're not going to get that. You're going to get your warmth here. So if you think about it, when you're doing your bronzer or your contouring, your highlight shade or your bronzing is going to go where the sun would hit your face. That basically is all it is. So the bronzer would go where the sun hits your face, and your highlight color would go where the sun would hit your face. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Tarteist Contour palette, and this is Well Loved. I'm going to take the shade 3 and 4. I think this is 3 and 4. So I guess like this is 3 and this is 4. So I'm going to take both of those, but I'm going to do them separately. The first thing I'm going to do is take the lighter shade, which is I think 3. And I'm going to take that on a little like flattened domed brush. I don't even know. Like, it looks like it was that egg shape, but it cut the top off to make it a little flatter. And I'm going to use the side edge of that. And I'm just going to take it on the contouring side and go from the top of my ear down to like what would be this part of my mouth. So, but not all the way down, of course. You're just going to take it part way down. And I'm going to blend this up a little bit as well, because you're trying to create that shadow. You're trying to create that sort of like shade instead of just like a flat line or just like a straight prominent line. You don't want the prominent line. You want to blend it all out. I tend to be a little rough and a little like heavy-handed with my brush. So I'm just going to take that up the side of my face because I'm going to try and narrow out the side of my face a little bit, because it's a little bit, I have a wider shaped face and I'm a little bit heavy on the LBs. So I'm just going to take that and kind of narrow that out. Again, I'm going to try not to go like all the way down my face because I just want to give my face a little bit of a break, and especially my neck, my poor neck. Okay, so we've done the contouring on that side, but we're not done yet. So I'm going to take a flat brush. This came with the Lorac Pro Contouring Palette. I'm going to go in with the same shade, that little number 3, and I'm going to drag that along the side of my nose to narrow the nose a little. I take it a little bit under my lip. It's going to look a little odd because one side of my lip is going to look plumper than the other. It looks like I'm talking like this, but I swear you, I'm not. And I might actually just throw that all the way across, but I do want you to see the difference between bronzing and contouring. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm not talking like this, I swear. Just the effects that makeup has. I'm going to go into the deeper shade. This is where we bring in that darker color, which is number 4, I believe. And I'm just going to take that on, again, the same flat brush, dab it out a little on a tissue, and just really bring that bronze into the back corner, just close to the ear, because I do want to still get that shadow. And then take the other bronze or the other contour brush and just blend those two in, because you don't want that like super like prominent line. You just want to have that contour. And I'm just going to do a little more actually here. Now I'm going to go into, speaking of highlighting, I'm going to take yet another highlight shade. This is shade 2, the correct one. And I'm just going to throw that underneath my eye again. Brighten that up. And just on the side of my nose here and the top of my lip. And a little bit on my forehead. Again, wherever the sun would hit, throw that light color on there. Next thing I'm going to do is the bronzer side. Okay, so this is where it's going to get a little bit cray cray. I'm going to use the Lise Watier, this is the Havana All Over Baked Bronzer. I don't think this is even a selling item anymore. I've had this for so long, but I am determined to use this up. So I'm going to take this on my Sedona Lace FB03 brush. I apologize if I haven't been naming every single brush. That other brush was Sedona Lace FB05. I swear by the Sedona Lace brushes and the Morphe brushes. Those are like my probably number 1, and then MAC would be like my 1.5. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this bronzer. Now this has illumination in it, so you're going to see like the frosty look or the frosty effect in the bronzer because it does have that shine to it. It's not a matte bronzer. So I'm just taking this all over, and I'm just going to put this again the same places that I put the highlight powder. So top of the nose, top of the cheek, top of my lip, on my chin. I should have used the more precise brush because I feel like this is going to go everywhere. And then on top of the forehead, just on that side though. Excuse me, these bristles are coming off. What? I hope you guys can see this. Honestly, it's so different. Like on this side, I look like I got a tan. And on this side, I look very highlighted and frosty. Let's add some blush and see what we think after that. For blush, I'm going to do Modern Mandarin from MAC and Buff from MAC. So I'm going to take first Buff because it's a little more nude and neutral, and I'm going to put that on the bronzing side. Because honestly, like, you're not going to want to like throw too much blush on this. And I kind of wanted something a little more neutral. And then on the contour side, I'm going to throw this beautiful Modern Mandarin, like really nice orangey peach shade. And you're going to see the blush a lot more, like you probably should see the blush a lot more on the contour side because, of course, your skin doesn't look like super tanned or bronzed. So your blush should be just a little more prominent on that side. And then on this side, just again, the nude. You can go in with a color as well, but I would probably go, if you have a matte bronzer, go with a matte blush. If you have an illuminating bronzer, go with an illuminating blush. That's just a personal preference. Again, there's no right or wrong. This is just something that I found very effective in makeup. And then the last thing I want to do is, of course, highlight on the contour side. I don't highlight when I have bronzer on unless I'm using like a really deep one that kind of blends in already with the bronzer itself. So I will do that today to show you guys, but I hope you can see the difference in this right now. I wish I had like a line down my face. Like if I could do this and say, you know, this is my bronzy look and this is my contour look, like it would be so much easier. But I'm going to go in with, what do I got here? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. So 2 is Addiction. So I'm going to go in with that one. And it's a nice goldy, like a light goldy color. I haven't really used this much, so I hope it goes okay. You can see that right there. And a little bit on my lip on the one side. It just looks so weird. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with number 4, which is Seduction, which is this shade right here. And that is going to go on the bronzing side. So again, a nice like deep highlight or just like illumination. And I'm going to take that also on my nose on the one side. And I'll go in with the light on the other side. So I hope you guys can see this well. I'm really liking the fact that you can substantially see the differences. At least I can definitely see them here. Let's just see what it's like with different lighting. That's just not working. So yeah, this is the differences. So I find that if you're bronzing, your face will look warmer. And you don't really warm in the contours of your face. I mean, of course you get warm, but your blush in your face naturally shows up more in your cheeks, on your nose, on your forehead, stuff like that. So just a tip, if you are going to be bronzing your face, the bronzer goes, again, just my personal opinion, goes on the high points of the face where you would typically do your highlight when you contour. So I hope that helps you guys. I'm really, like, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Just want to let everybody know that this is like the differences. Do you, of course, it's awesome. I love watching people do makeup in different ways. Like, for example, I've been watching a few YouTubers put blush on their nose. It's not for me personally because I have a larger nose. I don't want to like accent it more with blush and stuff, but it's different. Like, it's not something I would do, but it's certainly like another way to use your products. And blush lasts so long, why not throw it somewhere else, right? But this is just my thoughts. I'm in love with, I love this bronzer. I love this bronzer. But yeah, I mean, either look is effective. I hope you can definitely see the differences in this. I wish I put lipstick on. Oh well. Yeah, if you want to see this eye tutorial look, the foxy eye look, I can do this for you guys. I added a little bit of glitter just to give it a little more pizzazz because, I mean, it's like not dominant enough already, right? But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are as well on the bronzing and the contouring and what you feel like is good to use. If you guys have products that you like and you think I should try them out, let me know. I want to hear from you guys. So let's talk. I want to check out those comments down below. If you want to check out my Instagram handle, it is Xaixo Beauty, which is XAIXOBEAUTY. You can find me there, and please feel free to chat with me there. If you don't mind, give me a subscribe. I would love to have you in my Xaixo family. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be safe, take care, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Don't forget to clean your brushes. Bye.